Man, I hate these little blocks in the road here. They're random. So your next playthrough, it might be unblocked here and blocked over here someplace. But I was going to go see what's down there because I don't remember I've been down there. So now I got to walk all the way around. Oh, okay, I know where I'm at. In these caves here, this one or this one, it's the same cave. There is a devotion shrine in there. And a nice little totem up here, maybe we'll get something good. Well, this sword here would be nice, except it's acid. It's for a occultist. Shotguns we don't use. Shields we don't use. Those are the old boots. Summon brides. Nope. Nothing on that drop. That ding? I heard a ding. Sometimes you'll hear a ding of something dropping, but then nothing ever drops. I've got a couple more Lord, or not Lord, it's a couple more devotion points here. Except I don't think I have anything to attach that to yet. So, just use these for now. Next skill point, I'll put one here in field command. I can attach it to that. Well, next devotion point after I level up, so it'll be a couple minutes yet. Nothing there. Man, I almost swear that I thought there was a lore note in this house. Nope. Must have it confused with a different one. quite a bit more armor. Wrong stats, but we'll wear it. Can't collapse any of these walls. Here's the note I was hunting for. Alistair's diary. Gotta clear these mobs around here, then we can read it.
Alistair's diary, first entry. Mama told me to write in this thing, so I suppose now is as good as ever, seeing as I'm grounded again. So I pulled Abigail's hair. She started it. Why doesn't she have to sit in her room and write in her stupid diary? Tomorrow I'll catch the biggest frog I can find in the marshes and leave it in Sister's room. We'll see how she likes that. Second entry. So Mama's been reading my diary and now I'm grounded again. The frog got out before Sister even saw it. Why isn't Papa home yet? He was supposed to take me out to Berwick today and he's still not back from business. Third entry. Mama's saying that I'm not allowed to play outside anymore. Perkins said that there are monsters roaming the marshes, but Mama said there is no such thing and she whooped me with the ladle for talking rumours again. I wish Papa would come home already. I want to go to Berwick. Fourth entry. I'm scared. I'm really scared. Mama locked me and Sister in my room while she checked out some noises behind the house. It's been forever and now I hear noises inside the house too. Papa, please come home and make the noises go away. I don't care about Berwick anymore. Just please come home, Papa.
Oh, who's this? Oh, there's Olgrim.
Well, I'll be a living person.
Oh, okay. Thought it was gonna go off on a and read all that, but nope, just that little bit. So you can either tell him about the prison or not. Either way, he still goes to Devil's Crossing. I don't exactly remember what's in this trap door. So we'll go here and flex. Right now it looks like a bunch of scavengers. Darn it, I forgot to put 1 point into field command for the next devotion point. You were in part 1, you saw where I showed you where the respec lady was, so we will go there. If I find a devotion point before I level next. And like I said, I'm just exploring a lot of stuff. I never come in here on my playthroughs. So it's neat to go see other parts of stuff. Oh, gee, she already went that way. Ladder up, so it's probably gonna drop us off right into Burwell's village. See, we were right here. We went underground and went to here. And this entrance here will also take you to the exact same place. At least I think. Let's see if it calls me a liar. Yeah, it's the same place, just a different area. Because sometimes you have to use these, because there will be roadblocks in certain parts of the road, and you can't get there unless you go underground and go around it. In this playthrough, it doesn't look like they're there. So this is the Burwell's village that this main quest here, where Bourbon wanted us to secure the rift gate so he can bring in reinforcements. Alright, so now it says return to John Bourbon. Here's a, sometimes you'll see these, they're called lecterns, cultist orders of sorts. That confused me. I always thought it was a lore node. I thought it was both. Huh. Thurman's Arcana. What's that say? Trinkets, charms. What's that say? Sundries? Sundries? Trinkets, charms, and sundries. Guess we won't be getting no trinkets and charms today. Good old Harvey the Drifter. Try to open him a rift gate to Devil's Crossing, but he didn't want to. He just wants to fight. I'll give you a spoiler here. It doesn't really matter any option you choose. He's always going to fight. People can't be saved. We got a shrine. Nice. These shoulders are good armor and good defenses for our level. We'll be equipping a shield here after a while, so that'll be good. We'll save this axe. We'll use that for a while, or this one or the other. We're going to need a one-handed. Save both of these. Once I need it, or once I equip it. Gosh darn it. Once I swap over to Blitz, it's a one-handed sword and shield build. And we'll go in this cellar door, because here you saw the star on the mini-map, so it was a quest objective in here. This is Darlet. This is the apprentice that Kasparov at the beginning wanted you to go see if you can find her. So we found her. And somehow she's just sitting there. Standing there, is completely surrounded by undead, but nobody's bothered her. Poor old Milton Hart, he got possessed. So why didn't they want her? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Other door. But sometimes you got to go under here and go around, only because the way might be blocked. It just happens to not be blocked on this specific playthrough. So what I always do is I go here into see here Warden Krieg. I don't know what that says. Maybe property of or something. But this is the entrance to his little mansion thing. You can read some of these notes here. There it is again. It just says Warden Krieg, but it doesn't actually say what it is. A couple more ornaments first. Once we get over here again. journal. He has a journal here, so we're going to read a couple of lore notes. Clear all this stuff out. Looks like the undead have even taken over his house. Is there going to be a... Fourth entry, third entry in Warden Creek's journal. Let's read Warden Creek's journal first.
I have taken possession of my assigned vessel, the local prison warden. I appeared to him in his bedchamber and proposed the joining. I had anticipated fear and skepticism, but these humans are apparently all too ready to enter into any pact they believe will profit them. Krieg is not a particularly strong-willed human, but he is persistent and constantly scratches at my consciousness. I have him under control though. Krieg's position as an incarcerator of other humans will greatly facilitate our efforts. His expansive dwelling has a massive cellar that I believe we can use to fashion an underground transit to conceal our activities and the transport of bodies. There is much work ahead to prepare for our glorious dawn, but I rather enjoy this physical body. It has many advantages.
That's interesting. Taking possession of my assigned vessel. So he was an ethereal that took over somebody's body. I wonder if Krieg was Alistair's dad. So that's the end of that one. Fourth entry, third entry.
Inquisitor Creed, Entry 3. I finally arrived in Berwick after passing through the dismal area known as Whitemire. For years, tales of supernatural occurrences have circulated about Whitemire, and indeed the name itself makes one uneasy. I hadn't put much stock in them, but my recent experiences lend some credence to the old tales. Nevertheless, I have reached my destination, and it seems the Warden of Devil's Crossing, who resides in Berwick, somehow anticipated my arrival. A footman greeted me as soon as I entered town, and insisted I accept Krieg's invitation to be put up at his manor. I find this very peculiar, but I have accepted the offer as it may be my best chance to investigate the manor itself. Going to make this entry short, as I've just been summoned to join Krieg for supper in the dining hall. This should prove illuminating.
Wow, so Inquisitor Creed infiltrated the Warden's mansion for a while here. Let's see what Entry 4 says.
Inquisitor Creed, Entry 4. I've been a guest to Warden Krieg at his manor for over a week now, and my suspicions that something terrible is going on here grow with each day. Every day, I set out to some destination in or around Berwick to investigate yet another unusual crime or ominous rumor. Some are easily dismissed as more mundane human crimes or merely fantastic tales, but many of my investigations have come to darker conclusions. I feel there is a pattern emerging here, but I cannot yet put the pieces together. These are peripheral cases, though, and the main purpose of my involvement in them is to give pretense for my prolonged stay in Berwick. Krieg himself has become the focus of my primary investigation. Despite an overwhelming conviction that Krieg is not what he appears to be, and is almost certainly involved in some sort of unnatural activity, I have found no irrefutable evidence of wrongdoing that could be used to open an official inquisition. Much of the manor itself is closed off to me. There are rooms upstairs from which Krieg and other visitors come and go, but I am not permitted to enter. Stranger yet, I've awoken in the night to sounds like the creaking of wagons moving along a road, but then looked out my window down upon the village and seen nothing. Where are these sounds coming from? The game of cat and mouse continues, but as of yet, I am not certain who is the cat and who is the mouse.
Ah, those sounds are coming from underneath the mansion, which is what they talked about in the Creek journal where he has a underground passageway of stuff. Interesting. So anyways, once I get to here, what I do is I come out here, kill all these mobs. Then I go into this here to go into the start of the cellar, get the rift point, go back to Devil's Crossing, and as you can see, our quest log is full. So we're going to turn these in, and here we found Darlet, some reputation, a little bit of experience. Here's where we're telling Harmon that we killed the 2 people. Doesn't really matter what choice you make there. This guy here is the guy we rescued out of the cage in the Foggy Bank. And he's actually a merchant, so you can sell stuff to him if you want.
Put it to good use.
You see we got a bunch of quests to turn in here. Here's Bourbon.
Have you found a rift gate in Burwich? What's the situation out there?
Situation's dire, dude. We're swarming with ethereal corruption, but the rift gate is secure.
Good work. While you were gone, I dug through some of the files in this office, and I think we have our target. As you are acutely aware, ethereals can possess humans and bend them to their will. I always had my suspicions, but now I have little doubt. The former warden of this prison is possessed. Well before the Grim Dawn, in fact. There have been countless holes in the prison records, prisoners just disappearing, never to be seen again. The warden's personal logs paint a more complete picture. He's been transferring prisoners into a secret facility underneath his mansion in Burwich Village for years. What for, I don't know, but I'm sure it wasn't for rehabilitation. There are also several mentions of ethereals and rift gates. I need you to find this man, or whatever he has become. Warden Krieg owned a mansion in the northern district of Burwich Village. The logs indicate that his facilities can be reached via the cellar. I'm afraid I don't have more to go on, but if we want to strike back at the ethereal power structure in the region, the Warden is our prime target.
Interesting, so they had evidence of him doing things before the Grim Dawn even happened. Here's the blacksmith we rescued.
What do you want?
Okay, here's Dorini. This is Dorini. So this is the cultist orders quest that we got. Found a curious note in Burwich, mentions you by name. And he's trying to say, oh no, it's a slander. And then you gotta fight him to kill him. There's another route you can go where you can make a deal with him and then he'll be your ally of sorts, but not really. He gives you a strange key, and we'll go there later when we get a few more levels. There, we killed him. Here's Ulgrim. He'll tell you some tales of stuff, but none of them are voiced over, so you can read through there if you want. Alright, gotta go back to speak to John Bourbon. I must have missed something. Oh, he's gonna give me something on Dorini, I bet.
What's with all the commotion?
Yeah, Dorini was sabotaging us. He's the one that messed up the well pump.
I trusted that son of a slith. Thank you for uncovering this betrayal. Who knows what other damage he could have caused if left to his devices.
Yep. You got a Blood of Cthon here. That's one of the rare boss materials you'll get as you play through. It's right here.